This contraption here is an iron farm in the best-selling video game, Minecraft. Encased in that glass prison there are 10 villagers, basically non-player human characters. I trapped them there and they'll stay there forever. Because once in a while, these 10 villagers will summon a creature called an iron golem. And the contraption then proceeds to burn it alive, turning it into iron ingot, which I can then use to make my armor. For those of you who doesn't play Minecraft, this contraption sounds incredibly cruel. That's because the iron farm is an unintended consequence born from multiple intended mechanics interacting with each other. You see, villagers were meant to be found inside a village. They are basically living human characters, whom you can trade and do business with. With a big enough population, these villagers would then summon an iron golem. The golem would then patrol and protect the village, attacking every hostile monster it can see. By design, these villagers aren't meant to be taken outside of the village. You see, there's this item called a lead, basically a lasso that you can latch onto different creatures. Anything from a cow to a bee to a boat can all be dragged around. Villagers, however, cannot be dragged around. The game expects dignity. You can breed them like animals. They give birth to babies on their own accord, as long as you help expand the size of the village. Except, you can put them in a boat. And then, all of a sudden, you can lasso up the boat, drag it around, along with its content. Trap that content into a glass box, toss a bunch of food inside of it, placing a bunch of beds around, tricking them into thinking they are living in a very large village. They have a bunch of sex, and the next thing you know, they start summoning iron golems, which turn into iron ingots when killed. About a year ago, the game received an update that changed a bunch of game mechanics. For players on consoles, the iron farm became incredibly slow and inefficient, starving the players of irons. Now, much like in real life, irons can be found naturally in the ground in relative abundance. But you have to go out of your way to mine them, and afterward, you still have to smelt the ore into usable ingots. Whereas with an iron farm, you just sit there and wait. But the advantage of an iron farm goes a bit deeper. Quartz in the game cannot be farmed. It can only be mined, and is a limited resource, meaning you have to venture further and further to find more. The player base, for the most part, have no problem with the resources being limited. Diamonds and even rare resources also cannot be farmed. Online, it is frequently used as a currency to be traded between players, which I suspect means no one really wants an unlimited source of diamonds. That's because the utilities of quartz and diamonds are limited. Here is a list of items that can be crafted with quartz. And here is iron ingot. Many of these items are mechanical components, like a minecart and rail. The fun stuff, the things that help you harvest crops faster, the stuff that allows you to make a roller coaster. In effect, you need a lot of iron to progress further into the game. The amount of naturally available iron simply cannot keep up with the demand, meaning if you want to industrialize, the only way to feasibly do so is to enslave the populace, hence the iron farm. Luckily, while creating an iron farm is physically frustrating, it is at least easier to do mentally and emotionally. If you watch enough Minecraft Let's Plays, you'll notice many players feel uncomfortable with the thought of directly murdering them. But trapping them inside a mega prison and calling it a trading hall is absolutely fair game. That's because villagers only express distress when being attacked. They don't complain about the lack of freedom, all they make is this vaguely defined sound bit. They don't speak. And while we are on the topic, this is what Minecraft considers a default human player to look like. Villagers don't look human, they look more like Squidward. You see, Minecraft can be played as an online multiplayer experience, and having a quick and easy way for players to tell non-player characters from fellow players is very important. The game is letting you know that villagers aren't human, so I guess trapping them in a glass box like fishes isn't that bad after all. I mean, if left alone, these villagers can barely survive and are incapable of expanding the village. The player is the only one capable of turning a village into a well-protected city to build up a civilization. But to do that, you need to do this. You see, you are doing this for the benefits too, right? Except, the villagers can survive on their own if the player left them alone. You see, the game has this mechanic that all monsters, including ones that will target villagers, only appear around a human player. If a player never meets a villager, the data of those villagers are never loaded, and are never in any dire situation. And if you still don't see the metaphor I'm pointing to, well, have a good day.